Utopia of the Seas, Deck 10, Cabin 666, as Raj likes to call it.
No, don't you dare. I don't like that.
So this is a standard balcony room. As soon as we enter, you do need to put key card in for the master switch. So we got swag because we are on the very first sailing. Immediately when you enter the room, there is a full-length mirror to the right. To our left, we have our fancy temperature controls. We'll see if, unlike on the icon, we don't turn off the AC at night and sweat ourselves to death at night. Bathroom, nice big shower. It does come with the Salt and Breeze 2-in-1 body wash and shampoo, so good thing we packed our own. Shower head, there is a clothesline that looks like you can use to dry clothes and things. Toilet, it looks like there are several shelves. Sink, there's a shelf below. There is no power in this bathroom, which we really appreciated in the Surfside suite on the icon. They put a US power outlet in the bathroom there. Closet on this side of the bed. Plenty of shelves. There is a small safe here. I've already put some of our bags in here. A couple of drawers, same side. Nightstand. There's a couple of little cubbies there, and they do have a regular US and a USB-C next to the bed. The light there. Bed. They have hooks directly across. Nice big TV. And then looking over at the desk area, it looks like for power we have 2 North American outlets. We have a USB-C and 1 USB-A type outlet, another North American, a European outlet. This desk is movable, there's no drawers here. But looking over here, room service menu, blow dryer in the room. We do have a chiller. If you do happen to need a mini fridge for medical use, we recommend filling out the special needs form and they'll bring you a cooler, but there's several drawers here for storage. And then nice big couch. This is where Raj is going to be sleeping. It looks like it does pull out into a trundle. So you could potentially, if you have 4 people in this cabin, doing 2 singles side by side, or if it pulls out into a full-size configuration, 2 people on a double-size bed. There is no Pullman in this room. And our balcony. It looks like there's a couple of chairs, a nice table. The chairs do even have an ottoman there. We are still in Port Canaveral for the day. But this is going to be our cabin for our first ever back to back with Royal Caribbean on the Utopia of the Seas, cabin 10666.
There's so much chocolate covered so much materials.
As usual. This is totally when he started it.
He started it like 5 minutes ago. He's still recording.
About 2 minutes ago.
As usual.
Oh, no.
We managed to make ourselves hysterical before I turned on the camera.
It's fine. Okay.
Just trying to find your best side.
There is no best side. Okay. Hello and welcome back. So we are, what day is today? Is day 3 of our second leg of our back to back on the brand new Utopia of the Seas. And I know I filmed the cabin tour. I did forget a couple of things, so I wanted to pop back on quickly and point that out. But after staying in this cabin for almost a week now, there's a few things that we wanted to point out for anyone that might be staying in this cabin.
Or other balconies.
Or other balcony cabins that you might potentially find useful. Raj is already in the bathroom, so we're going to have Raj point out a couple of things in the bathroom. First, there is a clothesline in the shower, which I pointed out in the room tour video. However, we discovered that it does not stretch all the way across and actually connect. So we have not been able to use it to actually dry any bathing suits. What we have done instead is use a couple of magnetic hooks in the shower to help dry things, and then there's also a couple of hooks below the controls for the shower handles there that we have also used. One other thing that we did not realize is that the bathroom, the light is closed overnight, that there is actually a nightlight in the bathroom, so...
Mom claims it's a nightlight. I have not seen this. I do not believe it yet.
Well, because we've been sleeping with the light on all night long because we didn't realize that there was a nightlight. So we left, it's not on now because it's daytime.
Oh, it's not a nightlight. It's just a small portion of the light that stays on.
Yeah. So it's...
So it's like a nightlight
it's
functionality.
Like a very dim, like nightlight type functionality. You're not gonna be able to see it during the daytime.
It's like a 16th of the bar stays on at low power.
Right. One other thing that we've noticed, these controls here, so
They don't seem to work at night. Usually, it's very warm at night.
they're pretty easy. You move up or down, hot, cold, depending on how you like the temperature set. But we have noticed in this cabin between 1 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock in the morning that
I'd
the system
say more 10 at night to 5 in the morning.
it gets very hot. The air doesn't seem
We're
to
clearly
work.
on the same page.
It's overnight. I don't know. I'm just saying. Something to be mindful of. We did ask our cabin steward about it, and she came in and checked it out. She said everything was set properly. This was at 5 o'clock at night, and I told her that it only happens overnight. It doesn't happen, and she basically came here and she like felt the bed. She's like, "Oh, air is blowing, air is blowing." I'm like, "Right, it's blowing during the day. It's not blowing overnight. So if you do get heated at night, just be aware that the room does tend to get hot, and if they allow box fans, or if you can ask for a fan or bring one on board, that may be useful to you."
But not portable clothing washing appliances, because that's banned.
One of the things that I did forget to point out during the room tour is full-length closet. Sorry, my clothes are in there, so it's a little bit messy. So there's no drawers on this side, and then on this side of the bed, there is a cubby, same as the opposite side, but they also now have power on this side of the bed. There is a I shouldn't call it a US plug, it's a North American plug, and a USB-C connector, so it's advisable. It's almost like they're trying to get this ship ready for kind of the future of USB power, and you may need to bring on a USB-C to whatever connector you use.
And
as
if you
an
have
adapter.
a really modern USB-C device that requires like 15 or 20 watt, you probably want to bring your own plug, because best my testing is that's not putting even near that much out. But it's fine for older phones and older devices. But
the last thing that I wanted to point out in this room is I had mentioned that this particular chiller was just a chiller, not an actual mini fridge, but it turns out that it actually does seem to be a mini fridge and not a chiller. It has kept things really, really cold all week long, so
which is a first for
it's a
Royal
first
Caribbean
for
cruise
us.
that we've been.
Yeah. So we brought in our table from the balcony indoors because, as you can see, there's a mess of things on this table. There's no drawers because this particular desk is movable. So that, I think, is a missed storage opportunity. Another missed storage opportunity, which we love on the Quantum, is cabinets above the bed. Would have loved to seen them incorporate some additional storage in the balcony cabins. The other thing about this particular cabin location, so I know a lot of people don't like to choose this room because of the cabin number, 10666. Every time we mention it to a crew member, they're like, "Oh, the devil's room." And I'm like, okay.
But it's literally the most convenient location, and oddly, it's the least. It's probably the quietest one near a main hall entry that we've ever experienced.
Yeah, it is right around the corner from the elevator, and we stayed in the exact same cabin on the Wonder. And I will say, from a noise perspective, the Utopia in general is much, much quieter. This cabin is significantly quieter than the same cabin was on the Wonder. So we were not really able to sleep on the Wonder because we could hear noise from cabins on both sides of us and from the hallway. Here, we have not been able to really hear any noise from the cabins on either side of us. We have heard some door slamming a couple times, like, you know, when it's really loud and it slams shut. That's pretty normal. I think you hear that on any ship. We've heard sometimes when people are a little bit loud, like kind of running down the hallway screaming, but I think that's only happened a couple of times, and we've been on for the first 3-night sailing and now this 4-night sailing. So it has been a significant improvement. I don't know what they did for soundproofing, but way, way, way better than the Wonder. So this location has been super convenient.
Whatever the soundproofing is, we need it for our house.
But in all fairness, we haven't surveyed our neighbors to find out how loud we are.
That is true.
So there's that.
There is that.
Would you like to
Raj?
open the door so we can kind of show how easy it is to get to the elevators really quick? The elevator banks are right there. Golden hour.
Yes. It's a beautiful sea day. As you can see, we love our magnetic hooks for everything, especially in the balcony cabins, just because they don't seem to have as much storage as the junior suites we typically stay in. But anything else to add, Reggie? Oh, trundle bed. The one other thing we wanted to point out is Raj has been sleeping in this bed configuration for the past few nights. We have heard that some cabins do not have a full sofa bed or like a trundle. This one actually pulls out and there is a mattress underneath. When it is fully extended, you cannot walk by it to get out to the balcony. So
Or
that-
those storage units. Or the cooler.
or the cooler. So if you have any medication that's in the mini fridge, just be mindful of that if you have 4 people staying in this cabin. Thankfully we only have 3 and Raj has set up in this particular configuration, but that's something else that we wanted to note.
So
All right.
there's our update.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.